Well, hello, everyone. Thank y'all for watching right here on our YouTube channel. It's me, Heath West, with Wave 92.7, and in the Palm Beaches, Wave 93.3. Outstanding performer today here in our Club Braman Performance Theater. And we're very proud. We've been talking Georgia football for the last half an hour or so. So you're in for a treat. Thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for being here. Travis Denning, ladies and gentlemen, come on up.
I never thought I'd be in the middle of Florida talking to somebody who's a Georgia football fan, so that works out pretty good. Y'all doing okay out there? Yeah. Everybody on YouTube? I didn't hear anything from them, so it's my buddy Jason over here on the cajon. We're going to play a couple songs for you. This first song is about a guy and a girl who drink a little bit and fall back in love when they shouldn't, and that's never been done in country music before, so I'm glad to finally bring it to the table for once for you. Yeah, I probably should have said hello when I saw you out with your friends. Now I know I should have left it alone when I caught you looking. A little smile, little how you been, little touch, little reminisce. It always starts off innocent, but after a few drinks, it's always the same thing. We find ourselves lost in conversation at the bar. Then after a few songs, the kind that you hold on, we find ourselves leaning up against my car. Should've stopped at one, say goodbye, giving up at two. If we didn't want to wind up falling into my bed like we always do. After a few, oh, after a few, yeah, we always take it way too far, where there's too much to resist. We always make it way too hard to walk away after that third kiss. We'll pretend that we'll be fine, feel the same in the morning light. Girl, it happens every time. Yeah, after a few drinks, it's always the same thing. We find ourselves lost in conversation at the bar. Then after a few songs, the kind that you hold on, we find ourselves leaning up against my car. Should've stopped at one, say goodbye, giving up at two. If we didn't want to wind up falling into my bed like we always do. After a few, oh, baby, after a few, oh, yeah. Little smile, little how you been, little touch, little reminisce. We both know how it ends. After a few drinks, it's always the same thing. We find ourselves lost in conversation at the bar. Then after a few songs, kind that you hold on, we find ourselves leaning up against my car. Should've stopped at one, say goodbye, giving up at two. If we didn't want to wind up falling into my bed like we always do. After a few, oh, after a few, it's always after a few, yeah. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Thank you, thank you. Well, like I said, I was born and raised in Middle Georgia, so obviously I'm a Georgia football fan, which means my heart is once again broken into pieces. So we'll see how next year goes. But I love being where I'm from, man. And I think it just comes out of the people I grew up with. And you know, my parents were civil servants in the Air Force my whole life. And I grew up in a military town, and you get to meet so many people that come from so many different places, and kind of make this little town called Warner Robins, where I'm from, really special. And I wrote this song, about Warner Robins, and I remember when we cut it, a part of me was kind of worried that maybe it was too regional, it was too southeastern, and some other people across the country wouldn't get it. And luckily for us, we've been playing all over the place with Justin Moore and Chase Rice and Lanco, and we've played this on the West Coast. We've played it in New York City, and everybody just goes, man, I'm not worried about the details. I hear exactly how I grew up in that song. So it's pretty cool. This one's called Good Years. Hope you like it. It's just a 2-lane double-line speed trap, 45 mile an hour mad dive. Little town kind of life, work till that 9 to 5 time card shift horn blows. Yeah, 40-hour paychecks cashing at the bank, an 87 unleaded topping off the tank, in a double-stack glass pack Jack V8, waiting on a green light go. Rolling on them good years, flying on them high times. Yeah, Circle K cold beer, going up on a Friday night. Between the bottle falling out to the river running dry, we drop it down and drive on them dirty 35. Just keep on doing how we do it, get through it round here. Yeah, rolling on them good years. Yeah, there's a dust-covered metal sign sitting at the county line. Single A state champs, 94 and 95. Home team, red and white pride, hanging around. On jackpot scratch off, looking for the numbers. Cornrow field wasn't good as last summer. Yeah, you hope for the rain, settle for the thunder. Don't know how you could make it without. Rolling on them good years, flying on them high times. Yeah, Circle K cold beer, going up on a Friday night. Between the bottom falling out to the river running dry, we drop it down and drive on them dirty 35. Just keep on doing how we do it, get through it round here. Yeah, rolling on them good years. Through the downs and the ups, all the smooth and the rough. Yeah, there's days we pray, days we cuss from the sun coming up, the sun dropping. Oh, we just keep on rocking, rolling on them good years, and flying on them high times. Yeah, Circle K cold beer, raise it up on a Friday night. Between the bottom falling out to the river running dry, we drop it down and drive on them dirty 35s. Keep on doing how we do it to get through it round here. Yeah, rolling on them good years, just rolling on them good years. Thank y'all. I'm going to slowly but surely add more like truck accessories into that song and hope I just get a whole new truck. Rolling on them good years on a 4-inch Fab Tech 35's gas card from Circle K. Yeah, that'd be great. I think it works out perfect. Street glow? Yeah. So I've been very fortunate enough to actually write some songs in kind of my career in Nashville that got recorded by other artists, and this song I want to play for you right here. It means the world to me. I mean, not only because it just got cut by another artist, but it got recorded by somebody who grew up about 25 minutes north of where I'm from, and it was an artist that I saw my senior year of high school play in Macon, Georgia, And I thought, if this dude from Macon, Georgia, 25 minutes north of my town can go do it, then maybe I can give it a shot too. And it was just such a great motivation, and he's a huge influence on me too. And I really think things are going to take off for him one day. So if we got any Jason Aldean fans, if he's a new guy, just be on the lookout for him. And if y'all had his last record called They Don't Know, here's a song off there I wrote. It's called All Out of Beer. It goes like this. If you'd have got here before my buzz kicked in, I'd have told you where to go. I'd have never let you in. Be crashed out on the couch, waiting on that sun to come up. Yeah, I'd probably still be hating on you, saying I'm just glad it's over, acting like that was the truth, and I'd still have my wants. No, I wouldn't carry it on. Yes, so why you gotta wait until I'm gonna come around? When I ain't got no fight left, I got no way out. And I'm 12 and helpless. The only time you show up here is when you're lonely, and I'm all out of beer. Yeah, I wish that you go find somebody new, and I wish I had it in me to just have one or two. I wish I could draw that line, stick to it just one time, but I'm drunk tonight, so never mind. Why you gotta wait until I'm gonna come around? When I ain't got no fight left, I got no way out. When I'm 12 and helpless, the only time you show up here is when you're lonely, and I'm all out of beer. You got me where you want me, girl. You know I can't stand it. Looks like tonight's gonna go just the way you planned it. So why you gotta wait until I'm gonna come around? When I ain't got no fight left, I got no way out. When I'm 12 and helpless, the only time you show up is when I'm 12 and helpless. Girl, you know I'm gonna give in. Yeah, when you're lonely, and I'm all out of beer. When you're lonely, yeah, and I'm all out of beer. Girl, here we go again. Thank y'all. That bought me 1.5 good years. Thank you so much, Jason Aldean, for recording that one. We'll leave you with this one right here. I'm hoping this buys the other 2.5 good years here shortly down the road. And this song right here is my first single as a Mercury recording artist, baby. So it's we got old Damo in the house coming in over here, and Jack Christopher, dude, my boy, come on. And man, it's so exciting now to be at this point. You know, it's like so much work has gone into cutting these songs and writing them and having fun and traveling the country, and then all of a sudden they say, hey, you know you've got to put that out at some point, and it's now some point, so it works out great. And I want to tell you just a quick story about this song because it's got kind of a heck of a title that throws people off. I got a phone call when I was, I guess, about 19 years old. One of my best friends from high school called me. He was going to school at Georgia, and he had gone out on a Thursday night, and he called me Friday morning and said, Trav, I was leaving Bourbon Street Bar last night, and as I was leaving, I noticed on the floor that someone had dropped their ID, like they had lost their ID. And he goes, he's a skinny, pasty white boy with a buzzed haircut. It's perfect. It's you. And I was like, thanks, I guess, but whatever. And I ended up using that ID for, a couple of years of my life before I was 21. And when I sat down and wrote this song with two of my great friends, it wasn't about doing stuff illegal or, buying beer and all that. It really came down to, like, just that nostalgia and missing that kind of being young and you got everything ahead of you. And so this song is called David Ashley Parker from Powder Springs. Because that's exactly who that was David. It's 98.5% true, I promise. It goes like this. Hope you like it. Yeah, I bought it with cash, weeks worth of cutting grass from a senior in the parking lot. That faded ID looked a little like me, but honestly, it was still a long shot. So I studied every word, memorized every line, till I worked up the nerve one Friday night. Threw a case of beer up on the counter at a Circle K. If you haven't picked up by now, that's the only gas station in Warner Robins, Georgia, if you've put that together. Yeah. Then I became David Ashley Parker from Powder Springs, November 27, turning 23. 5'9", brown hair, blue eyes, Levi's t-shirt, all-American guy. Made all the right moves, said all the right things, showed up with the smokes, and I bought all the drinks. Wasn't who I was, but every now and then I got to be David Ashley Parker from Powder Springs. That little plastic card, it got me into bars, made me friends at the liquor store. Yeah, and I was a hit with the good-looking chicks. Every time I shot, I scored. Now, I told you it's 98.5% true, okay? Not everything's 100% true. From Macon to Athens to Daytona Beach, I was the guy that could get what you need. It didn't even matter, I wasn't 21. I had a Georgia license that said I was David Ashley Parker from Powder Springs, November 27, turning 23. 5'9", brown hair, blue eyes, Levi's t-shirt, all-American guy. Made all the right moves, said all the right things, showed up with the smokes and about all the drinks. Wasn't who I was, every now and then I got to be David Ashley Parker from Powder Springs. Oh yeah. I was David Ashley Parker from Powder Springs, November 27, turning 23. 5'9", brown hair, blue eyes, Levi's t-shirt, one hell of a guy. Made all the right moves, said all the right things, showed up with the smokes and about all the drinks. Wasn't who I was, every now and then I got to be. Yeah, and one of these days I sure hope I get to meet David Ashley Parker from Powder Springs. David Ashley Parker from Powder Springs. Thank y'all so much. My name's Travis Denning, Jason Kohler. Everybody on YouTube, thank y'all for tuning in. Appreciate it.
If you got a second, we'll do a little Q&A real fast. So I got to say, a little while ago, I got an email, and they sent us a bunch of songs. And I get to rate them. It's Rate a Record, and there's like 80 of them in there. And it was an honor for you to come in today because the two highest songs were Good Years and David Ashley Parker.
Awesome.
Honestly, I was like, oh, my God, this is you. That song is so clever. Can you go back to when you started writing that song, the session, when you had the idea?
So it's so funny you bring that up because today, as we're kind of warming up the release and everything, I was curious. I looked back to when I wrote it, and it was August 2nd, 2016. And I will never forget that because I was writing with Jesse Alexander and John Randall, who are two great songwriters, and John's a great producer as well. And we had nothing. I mean, we were sitting there bouncing ideas and titles off of everybody and just couldn't really come up with anything kind of in that first 30, 45 minutes. And as a songwriter, that's a pinnacle point in your day where you know you're either going to go write a song or you're just going to go drink at Tin Roof down the road. So I'm sorry.
How long is
the option? I'm like, well, I mean, a Jack and Coke does sound pretty good.
How long is a session? I mean,
well, honestly, till the song's done.
Okay,
all
right.
Sometimes we've got to, you might get to 5 o'clock and you've hit a wall and you go, let's try it in a week or a couple of days later. But I don't even remember why I really recalled this idea, but I mean, I've wanted to write a song about that idea ever since I had it, and I remember 19 years old, I was playing a gig, and I told my guitar player, I said, dude, I would love to write a song that's the name of the ID. And I just never did because for some reason thought I'll get to it one day. And I don't know why that day I decided to go, what if we wrote a song called David Ashley Parker from Powder Springs? And John Randall, God bless him, I mean, he looked at me and said, I think that could be an amazing song. And we knocked it out in probably 2 hours after that. Really? Yeah. I mean, it just...
Y'all agree that's an amazing song, right? Yeah. It's just terribly clever. So you mentioned Jason Aldean and seeing him in Macon. And what was it like when you got the call that Jason's going to record one of your songs?
Well, it's very stressful because one of the biggest parts, again, with the songwriting process is something called the hold. And that's when you get a call and they say, hey, Jason Aldean put this song on hold, which pretty much means he hasn't decided if he's going to cut it, but don't send it to anybody else until we do. I got that call Thanksgiving of 2014, and it got recorded the end of January in 2016. So it was on hold for a little bit, long while, and you start to lose a little bit of faith. But he always said, he's like, I promise I'm going to cut it. I'm going to come back to it, and it was the last song they cut for the record, actually. So yeah, so that was a nice beer at dinner when I found out they were. It was just, oh God, thank God they recorded it. So
is there anything on iTunes yet?
There's not. It's coming very, very soon, in in the next couple weeks. Actually.
He'll be on Mercury Records. He's on Mercury Records. The song will be on iTunes soon. Travis Denning, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank y'all so much. Appreciate it, y'all.
Appreciate y'all watching on YouTube, and thank y'all for listening to Wave 92.7.